Hello, chat. Welcome. Hi. Welcome back. We're here. We're streaming. We're live again. We're doing it. We're continuing to do this. Streamed again on Sunday. If you saw the stream, you didn't. I know you did, because we hit a brand new milestone for the channel. It was the first ever stream that I've had in 5 months with 0 chat messages. Very impressive. Very impressive. Not a lot of people are capable of do that. None of the big streamers can do that anymore. They can't do it like I can. Hopefully, we can get some improvement on that this stream. There's nowhere to go but up. I've truly located the absolute starting point. Usually, you're supposed to hit the starting point at the beginning of your streaming career, not 5 months into it. But in our audience's defense, I was streaming in the middle of the Sunday on a game that has like 20 total viewers across the world right now. It probably would have gone a lot better if I did this 5 years ago, but I didn't have this beautiful PC or these monitors or that light or this camera 5 years ago, and I have them now, so I'm using them now. We're not gonna do too much. Usually I start off the stream sort of just yapping for a little while and talking about what I've been up to, what I've been doing. We're gonna skip that this stream because I need to be injected with high energy, and the way that I'm going to figure out how to do that is going to be by jumping right into Jump King. We started Jump King 2 streams ago. I thought it was going to be a way easier game than it actually is. It kicked my ass for 3 hours. I almost lost my mind. I didn't. I held on to it. I guess that's under subjection, but we're back. Are we going to beat the game today? I don't know. I'm hoping that we do. I would love for that to be the case. I would love for it to follow the trend of all other Fadian games that I've played recently, except for that one that we don't talk about, where I do a couple of streams and then I miraculously beat it in like half an hour the next time that I play it. That will be awesome. I don't think that's going to happen today. Jump King surprised me as being a way harder game than I thought it was going to be. I assumed like 3 buttons to click would be in a pretty good way. I don't remember where we actually left off last time. We might be at the bottom. I think a part of the trauma center in my brain blocked that out completely. So we're gonna find out. And that's all we're doing today. That's all we're doing today. We're playing Jump King. In my wildest dreams, I would hope if the Invisible Man in the sky has anything good for me, maybe one of my friends will come and I'll say hi, and then they'll say hi, and then they'll probably say something mean about me and my abilities in the game, and I'll go "Arr," and then we'll sort of move on from that. So that's the goal today. That's the plan. We're going to jump right into it because from what I learned of this game last time, it's that I need all the help I can get, and that includes all the time I can get. So let's run into Jump King here. I have a feeling, I know we've been on a bit of a tear last couple of months. A lot of Fadian games getting thrown out there. I think this might be our last one for a little while. I think after this one, we're probably going to chill out a little bit, maybe relax. Wow, that was a white screen. It lit up my beautiful, beautiful face. Get the game audio going. It is a nice little RPG theme. I do enjoy it. It's one of the few things that I was enjoying about the game as I was playing it. We have one attempt thus far. Our attempt in this game, we have spent 2 hours, 45 minutes, 21 seconds, and 404 milliseconds on this game. We have jumped 4,353 times to a fall total of 486. If I could ask anything of future me, it would be to, I don't know, let's say the goal is to beat this game in under 1,000 falls. I know that sounds like a pretty easy goal, but given the fact that in just under 3 hours we got close to half that, I'd say that that is a challenging goal, if not possibly insurmountable, depending on whether or not I can maintain my composure. but there's only one way to compose myself, and that is to lose it by starting this game. Legend has it, there is a smoking hot babe at the top. You know, it makes sense that we left off here. This is one of my favorite devastating fall spots. We did get a hat, though. Shout out, I believe it was Joe's Pancakes in the chat, who showed up on the last stream, let us know about this secret hat. The hat doesn't provide anything additional to us gameplay-wise, but it does provide morale, and in this game I need as much morale as I can get. Yeah, you know, yeah, we're gonna have to relearn. We're gonna have to relearn the timings here. It's been less than a week, actually, since we played the game. But as you can see, the knowledge did not stick in my brain, it turns out. You definitely can't say that I'm faking anything, though. That is for certain. You cannot say that I have been playing or grinding on my off time, because I think this would probably look a lot different if that was the case. I am nothing if not an honest streamer, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to witness every moment I get to experience in this game, and I think that's good because I want you to be here for every moment. Partially because I'm afraid to be alone with this game. It frightens me. Okay, got a little bit of a rhythm going there. Afraid I was gonna jinx myself, but I didn't. Not yet. Okay, there's some wall jumps. Wall jumps are pretty friendly, actually. I enjoy wall jumps. They make me feel safe, because I feel like majority of wall jumps are also just max power, and it'll put you where you need to go. We gotta do a way shorter jump on that middle one. I was trying to think, also for anybody watching, happy Pride Month. We are in the month of June. I was trying to think if there are any games that I can think of that would be a good sort of embodiment to celebrate Pride Month. Any games that I could, like, realistically play. And I think one of the more obvious ones, I would say, is Life is Strange, which I actually have never played. I don't know what the deal is on whether that's, like, on Game Pass, or if it's not, like, what, maybe I could get a cheap deal on Humble Bundle. I gotta figure that out. I was also looking, I think I have it in my Twitch bio. One of my favorite games of all time is Baldur's Gate 3, which also extremely gay game. Extremely gay game. Love Baldur's Gate 3 to death. I don't exactly think that we should embark on an entire Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, especially considering the fact that I would certainly not be going into it blind. But I was trying to look and see if I could find any fun mods that I could add on to BG3 that might be for a fun one-off. Outside of that, I think Sims 4 is one that I've been thinking about since I started streaming, actually. For, like, the last 5 months consistently. I've just been waiting for no specified reason on when to do that. So this could be the reason that I was looking for. I've got, again, a few ideas rolling around in the old noggin. If anybody has any additional ideas, I'm always open to suggestions. I love discovering new games. I also downloaded the demo earlier today. I didn't get a chance to play it. I'll probably save it to play on stream, I think. A game from, I believe it's from Off-Brand. I believe it's from Ludwig's game company. I think it's Demon Bluff is the name, where it's interested me because it is a single player deduction game, which I feel like the whole thing with those deduction games, Among Us, like One Night Werewolf, Mafia, that sort of vibe, is the, like, the whole point of it is the sort of human interaction element of it. So I was curious how that would respond with a purely single-player experience. So, I mean, I got the free demo. I'll play it maybe on Thursday's stream, because as of right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with Disco Elysium, for mainly the reason that I mentioned when we started stream today, which was the Disco Elysium stream that I did on Sunday was the first time in 5 months that I had literally 0 chat messages in the stream. Not a single soul showed up to watch that one. So I don't know if the demand is quite there for Disco Elysium anymore, which is a little disappointing. I mean, I've been enjoying the game a lot. I'm still going to continue to play it, but I suppose it might not be a great stream game. At least not for a smaller streamer like myself. And down we go. Yeah, definitely going through trying to, adopting the work, I don't know what words I'm looking for here, I'm losing them. Being a small streamer. Oh, he's big word, no necessary, small word, do trick. Being a smaller streamer, one of the biggest challenges that I've noticed, at least for myself, is just genuinely trying to think of games to play that I think would also be entertaining to watch. Because I still play tons of games off stream, but I think a lot of the games that I'm playing off stream, one, I've put too much time into off stream that I think you'd be missing out on too much key information to enjoy. Or two, they're just genuinely more fun to play than they are to watch somebody play. And I'm trying to find games that don't fall into either one of those two categories. So I'm assuming in this game, as that fall made me think about the fall metric. I'm assuming that it doesn't count as a fall unless you, fall far enough to go flat on your face like that. That's what I'm guessing. And if that's the case, I think that 1,000 fall goal might be a little bit more ambitious than I expected, because we've been here for less than 15 minutes of actual gameplay, and I'm fairly certain we're sitting at least 15 falls already. So if we're averaging roughly a fall a minute, we might be in trouble. We might be in trouble here. Thankfully, nothing is actually on the line. A little bit of pride, I guess, but when there's nobody here, I feel like my pride is actually kind of invincible. People are only going to see what I show them. I always wonder whenever I'm doing streams like these, or streams where there's just nobody here and I'm just speaking into the void, that maybe it's like a form of manifestation of, I wonder what it would be like if the stream ever ends up popping off. And because once you get well known enough as a streamer, that's when you have people to start going back into your VODs and retroactively trying to see, mostly maliciously, I think, just trying to see if they can catch you saying a slur or something. But maybe somebody will go back one day and watch these streams and go, oh man, he didn't have anybody in there too, and he kept doing it. That's the goal right now. Well, that's my secondary goal. My primary goal is to beat this horrible game. But I keep doing stuff like that. This is the problem. Yeah, that's the main issue that I got going on right now. It's crazy. When I left these trees too, I wasn't playing it up for the bit or anything. I genuinely did not think I would see these green trees ever again. My blind confidence, I'd like to think, compared to most men in the world, I'd like to think that my blind confidence levels are a lot more respectable than most men. I think majority of men in the world have a lot of confidence when most of them really should not have that much confidence. I think that I'm pretty good at not falling into that trap, except for my gaming abilities. I think I have a remarkable amount of blind confidence in my gaming abilities, which usually isn't really a problem until you start live streaming on the internet for ones of people to see. And then people can call you out. They could call me out on my bullshit. So the two options that I have to solve that problem would be to either stop talking so much shit or just get good enough to back it up. And I'd prefer the second. I'd prefer the latter if I had a choice. Like, unfortunately, we will beat this game. And I say unfortunately because we can compare what my face and what my demeanor look and sound like now to whatever I'm gonna look and sound like by the time I finish this game. Especially if you compare it to how I looked and sound when I finished any of the other Fadian games. I think I was nearly brought to tears for most of them. That would be a good compilation, actually. I should make that. Like a compilation of all of the dramatic victories that I was able to attain for all of those other Fadian games. But man, I fucking... Honestly, getting enough, like, traction to be a professional streamer, low-key, I don't even know if I would say that that's my primary goal. It would be really fucking cool. It would be awesome to do it, like, full-time. But honestly, I think my primary goal, especially over the last few weeks, is I just want to get enough traction as a streamer where I can afford to pay an editor. Because I must say, I have boundless respect for editors of, like, Twitch streams. I despise the act of editing so much. It's crazy how much I don't like it. I've been trying to edit this Skyrim video for, like, I think months now, plural. I don't remember exactly when the stream first dropped, but it's been a significant amount of time, and I've only just now finished, like, the trimming section of the editing. I still have to do, like, you know, add all my funnies and whatnot. It is taking me a remarkable amount of time. I'm just, like, I can't really sugarcoat it in any way. I'm just not I'm not good at it. I'm not an editing man. I feel like every time I've attempted that jump, it feels impossible. I know it's not, because I made it, but it was shaking the rust off. But like I was saying, I don't know if I need to, I gotta, like, pull up some fucking YouTube tutorials or some bullshit, because I know that from, if Sunday's stream was anything to go off of, it's gonna be quite some time before I could have an actual dedicated editor. That diagonal, by the way, horrible, evil. That is spiritually Israeli. I can't believe that I've fallen down that exact pathway like 3 times now, that I didn't discover that the last time I played, and it's rather upsetting. That being said, if I want to be able to get some form of an editor, step 1 is probably beating this game, I think. Step 1 is beating this game, or failing to such a drastic degree that I can go viral. Agua. I will be absolutely tickled if we can get a chat message today. That is, fingers crossed, that is my goal. Maybe it does feel like we're going backwards a little bit, but I got more pressing things to think about right now, so I'm going to try not to think about that too much. That was a good little jump. The music, rather spooky. Okay, so I know I don't do a full jump because I bang my head on the top. You know what? Hold on. Brief training montage here, because you can only hold it down for so long before it automatically. So there is, like, if I'm picturing in my mind's eye, if I'm picturing a power bar for the jump, there is a capped top to the power bar that once you hold up high enough, you jump. So if I can just visualize that top, like if we go 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in that specific cadence, if I could just remember that, I'm not a music major, as you could probably tell, because I've made up a tempo there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're looking for like I want to say a 2 going to the right here. So let's try that. 1, 2. Might be onto something. Maybe like a 1 here. And I can just walk off probably, no? Yeah. Alright, and then we just do like a 1. 1. 1. 1. Oh, we got, okay. Okay, I'm seeing things. If I can just turn this game into a rhythm game, we might be alright. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. Shit, okay, that's like a 2.5. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2, 3. 1, 2. I am more concerned. I don't know what I should be concerned with the gameplay. That's what I should be concerned with. I was thinking about this the other day too, that like I am so jealous of the people who stream simply because they're really good at a game. Because I feel like if you're streaming just because you're fucking cracked at a game, the entertainment sort of side of it, I feel like comes secondary. And I feel like it's an easier skill to train to just be really talented at a specific video game than it is to learn how to be entertaining, you know? Not to say that it's not a difficult skill to, like, get really good at a game. There's plenty of games that are very difficult to get good at. I'm playing one right now. But I feel, you know what I mean, that if I was like a world record speedrunner or something, I feel like if I was a world record speedrunner in a popular video game, I should say, I think a lot of people would come watch the stream regardless of who I was as a person, like who I was, you know, as an entertainer, I guess you could technically say Twitch streamers are. As I'm sitting here playing video games at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday. Entertainer. But I feel like if I was just really fucking good at a game, people would come and watch regardless. And then if a bunch of people are watching, that's a massive confidence boost to, like, show your personality then. I think as far as Twitch streamers go, I feel like I am embarking on the more traveled but more difficult of the two paths, which is just trying to make it off of vibes and vibes alone. We are not playing incredibly popular games because I don't want to fight the algorithm through that. We are not speedrunning. We are not competing against anybody. I am literally just hanging out here, playing games with my little hat on, and hoping that somebody comes into the chat and doesn't say any slurs. And that's an honest life, you know? Say, I'm still... My running plan for this, as I think I've mentioned, I don't know if I've mentioned it on stream before, but my plan when I started streaming, at least, was I knew that streaming takes a pretty long time for anybody to like actually get off the ground, right? Like, I know there's all the famous stories like that Jinxie streamed 365 days in a row to one viewer before he blew up. Or I think Squeaks has mentioned that he streamed for like 4 years or something like that, with basically no viewership before finally popping off and going viral. So knowing that it takes a long time, I wanted to sort of challenge myself. I told myself I would stream for, at the very least, try and stream consistently for 1 year. Obviously not, I do not have the dog in me like Jinxie did to go a full 365 days every single day. But I think my current schedule that I've been doing of trying to do 3 days a week for a year is decent enough. And then at the end of that year, I didn't want to set a goal for myself numerically, because I feel like that's risky and also sort of fosters a toxic relationship with the numbers. But just to do it for a year, and then at the end of the year, I would just see how I feel. Regardless if I'm still streaming to 0 people at the end of a year, but if I'm still enjoying streaming and I like doing it, then maybe, that would be a reason to continue doing it. And if I stream for a year to 0 viewers and I remain at 0 viewers and I decide, you know what, I actually don't like this very much, then I'll just stop. We're 5 months in now, I think. Well, we started mid-January, right? Was it January? February, March, April, May, and we're just entering June. So I guess, maybe like 4.5 months? January, February? Man, this is embarrassing. February, March, April, May. That'd be the middle of May. So it's like 4.5 months, actually. Okay, so I mean, we're not quite halfway to that year marker. We're a little bit under halfway. I'd say like 40%-ish. Maybe 37%. I don't know. And I can't say that I'm leaning one way or the other currently. I'm sort of in the middle. I've had some ups, some downs. I am absolutely appalled by the fact that out of all of the clips that I've posted on TikTok, Instagram, what have you, the one fucking Gooner bait clip from that game that I played one time and then uninstalled is by a significant margin my best performing clip on all of my socials. Except for YouTube, I will say, I shout out YouTube for shadow banning that clip, because I guess a foot on screen is no-go for YouTube terms and conditions. But for Instagram and TikTok, at least, that clip is by so large of a margin my best performing clip. And that's devastating. That was devastating news to find out. So, I don't know what... It went viral. Well, and it didn't go viral. It got, I think it's at, 29,000 views right now on TikTok. Or Instagram, one of the two. I think Instagram, actually. It's got, 29,000 views. Which is not viral by any means. But when you consider the fact that majority of my other clips are like, it's a good clip if I break 1,000 views, that's an alarming amount. And for all of those viewers, can I tell you, not a single one coming over on Twitch, which unfortunately tells me I don't think that they were saving that clip for me. I've been meaning to make a short about that, just to call out the world at large, because what the fuck are we doing? We can't have hundreds of people saving the, like, it's such shameless saving too. Like, at least there's some, like, if it was, I don't even think I'm necessarily saying anything that funny in the clip. I'm sort of just acknowledging what's going on. Let's see if we can try this. It was like a 2, I think. 1, 2. Not what I wanted to do, but it worked out. And hey, first time today we made it up here, so that's nice. Hopefully we don't choke that. Hey, alright, back in the kitchen. Back in the kitchen because we're cooking. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Alright, this is not a full jump over there. I do remember that. It's been, what, 5 days since I last played this game. You'd think that 5 days is not so many that it would reset all of my memory when it comes to the physics. But I think the trauma response in my brain probably had a little bit of tampering to do there. Try 1, 2... That was like a 2.5. I think we need like an early 2, maybe a 1.9 even. And for anybody entering the stream, nobody is going to understand what that means except for me, and that's okay. Alright, let's try like a 1.9. 1. Maybe like a flat 2? 1, 2. Yeah, like a flat 2. A nice flat 2. Context means a lot. Okay, this is... I think we're also looking for like a little bit under a 2. Yeah, that was like a soft 2. I'm just making shit up. I'm just making up words. And but it's working. And as long as it continues working, I will continue making up words. Because we got back to Bargenberg already. And you can say what you will about shaking the rust off, but the fact that we got to Bargenberg in under an hour, I know it sounds crazy because I've been here before, so it would be expected, but you don't understand. You don't understand the trials and tribulations. It does truly mean something. I remember that spot. I remember it vividly. I remember this spot very vividly. This is a trick. I remember this is a trick. They want me to jump up to the right, but there is physically no way to make it up to the right without getting boinked off. What we have to do is take a cheeky little jump down here and just redo. There's a very big difference in this game between backwards motion and falling. And I, as many that know me would say, am an expert at backwards motion. Reverse motion, if you will. The antithesis of motion, some would call me. I really just, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to jinx it. Because it was the first time in a minute. Okay, we're back down here. We're back down here. Thankfully, I've entered into this stream with a surprisingly positive energy. Surprising myself as well, because I actually was planning on canceling stream today. And just imbibing in a plethora of substances, but I didn't do that. I decided to stream because it felt wrong to not stream today after streaming to a grand total of 0 viewers on Sunday. I can't, it's the gamer mentality, you can't end on a loss. I cannot end on a loss, which is why we're here. Although, I guess, if I just employ that mentality, then I will stream for, like, 4 years, like Squeaks, to minimal viewers. And maybe that's the key. Maybe the key to succeeding is just to simply never end on a loss. I remember one night I had a... God, I miss it, actually. Going back to, like, college days, there's a lot of late nights playing Rocket League, and I remember one in particular of refusing to end on a loss that led to, I think, like, must have been at, like, double-digit losing streak up until 2, 3 in the morning. I think I cried some tears of joy when we finally beat that. And when we got a singular win and allowed ourselves to go to bed. Way too much power. Way too much power. I get a lot. They've been telling me I'm the strongest. There's nobody that jumps like me. No. Balls. Where do the phrase balls to the walls originate from? It feels like something that would have been in, like, a really lackluster late 90s, early 2000s rap song, which was rapped by a white man. That would be my guess if I had to throw one in. That's fine, I didn't want to make that anyways. Yep, no, again, I tried to be quiet. I'm afraid of my own, I'm afraid of jinxing myself. That fucking path. I know, I can't believe I spent over almost 3 hours playing this game last Thursday. Not once did I make that fall. Not a single time. And I've made it, I think, 4 times in this stream so far. Still sub-hour, by the way. Just gotta stay positive here. Positivity, name of the game. Not a game that I'm very good at. Similarly to Jump King. I can't say that I've gotten a lot of reps in, but I'm working on it. And I tell you what, beating this game would go quite a long ways to continue that work. So the game, it makes me prone to, like, zoning out. I feel like on paper, I feel like platformers like this are good stream games when you have chatters to sort of yap with, because there's no dialogue really, right? There's no cutscenes. Like, I don't have to wait for anybody else to continue talking. But when you play a game like this with no chat, then it's on me to fill 100% of dead space, dead airway, which is a bit of a trial by fire. Once again, I am appalled that I can hit that fall that many times. I don't understand what broke in my mind between the last time I was playing and now, that specific gap is killing me. I don't even remember, like, it just happened, and my brain wipes my memory of this game so quickly that I don't even remember what fall that was. Like, I don't remember what jump I fucked up to lead me to that point. And I will remember it soon, because I know how this is going to go. I know how these games go. We are going to be back down at the green again. I've matured, I've aged, I've come back with wisdom, I got a hat. The first time I played this game, I came in really cocky. I understand what this game is now. I get it, and I know that we will be back. Is it this? It might be this. Not a full jump here. There you go. I think it might be that one on the left. You big bitch. We're cool, we're chilling. We're chilling, we're fine. We're fine. Thank God I found that little shortcut jump down there. Sometimes my brain will just start telling my body to experiment with things when I know the correct answer. Like that jump, I know that it takes a full jump to get there. I've tested it. I know that for a concrete fact. But just every once in a while, I feel like my brain will get a little bored, and I'll do something that I know in my heart of hearts is not going to be successful. And I don't know why I do that. It is a strangely self-destructive tendency that exists in games like these. I guess, to be fair, probably beyond games. But I need to... There's a disconnect between my brain and my body. And my mouth. It just... nothing is on the same page right now. We're all sorts of fucked up. Man, this babe at the top better really be smoking. I'm gonna be really disappointed if not. The game is really promising me a lot here. It's gotta be what, like a 2? It's like, it's in between a 2 and a 3, and those are probably the most difficult jumps. I'm saying this with zero basis. I'm just spouting words at the moment. That one... I don't know if it's like... Maybe after I beat this game... I need to make some sort of a Fadian game tier list. Or a tier list in terms of just, like, general difficulty. Because I feel like every time I'm playing one of these games, I have extreme recency bias. And it's just whichever one I'm actively playing is the one that I remember being the most difficult. Because, like, right now, this game feels like a nightmare. But, like, that's also how Get to Work felt for some of it. But looking back on Get to Work now with, like, a free mind, not being shackled to those roller skates anymore, it really wasn't that bad, comparatively. I feel the same way about Egging On. Like, Egging On was sort of driving me crazy for a while there in the beginning. But looking back on it, I feel like it was a lot easier and a lot quicker than my brain, my short-term memory was having me believe at the time. Alright, this jump sucks. I made it. You gotta go less on that. That is... I have determined with absolute certainty that is not a full power jump. It's more than that, though. It is more than that. I do it every time. I do it every time. I go back. I miss the jump on the top. I slide back down. I get to the little coffin jumps. I usually do pretty well on the coffins. And it's that fucking wall jump at the end. Every single time I get to it, I'm scared. You can tell, rewatch all of the times that I get to that wall jump. I guarantee you, regardless of whatever I'm saying, what tangent I'm on, the moment I get to that wall jump, I shut my ass up, and it is out of complete fear. It is 100% out of fear. I can admit that with no regret. I have some regrets. I have a lot of regrets. I think people who go through life saying that they have no regrets are charlatans and liars. If you have zero regrets in your life and you are not like, and you don't have everything you've ever wanted, you're just flat out lying. I think it is just a normal human experience to have regrets in your life. You can't tell me that just investing in Bitcoin in 2019 alone is a regret that majority of us should have, and it's normal and okay to have. Fucking no regrets. I regret doing that. I regret so many things. I was gonna start listing things, but I feel like even with no viewers, I feel like sometimes I can get a little bit too messy of trying to remember not to dox myself. Because it sort of in line with what I said earlier, that if the dream works out, there's that fall again, by the way. The dream works out, and one day I actually do end up blowing the fuck up, and we got thousands of viewers, and we're living. If you get... I'm hesitant to use the word famous, but I guess a lot of Twitch streamers are famous. So if you get famous enough to have people going back retroactively and watching your old VODs, there's some fucking freaks out there that are gonna scrub the footage and, like, find a clip from when I had 0 viewers, like, 5 years later, where I accidentally mentioned, like, the name of my high school or something, and then they geolocate the location of my house and send me, like, a fucking Batman menagerie of villains to come and assault me and torture me. That's my fear with potentially becoming a famous streamer. It is interesting, though. I feel like to psychoanalyze myself, that, like, I do feel uncomfortable even, like, hypothesizing that I could be famous. Like, I feel like I have to choke the word out of my mouth, and I think that is probably not good. Probably something I should talk to my therapist about, if we're being honest. But, I mean, that does feel insane. And I imagine most streamers that have blown up now felt similarly beforehand. That when you're just starting live streaming and you're streaming to no viewers, not even basically, to literally no viewers, I feel like majority of streamers probably go through the same mentality of thinking, like, okay, like, this is fun for the time being, but, like, I'm not gonna get big. Like, that would be crazy if I got big. It makes sense for other people to get big, but I wouldn't get big. I feel like that's the mentality that a lot of people have with most aspects of their life. People think that about, you know, getting a promotion at work, or, like, love life, or just big life events in general, that it's usually believing in the miraculous as long as the miracles don't affect yourself. And I'm definitely victim to that for sure. I haven't found a way out of it yet. I would love to offer one, but I'm afraid I got nothing. But if I figure one out, I'll let you know. Until then, I'm just going to steadily raise my blood pressure by playing video games on here. And if I'm lucky, if I'm really lucky, I'll get a clip that gets 100 views out of it. So it's all worth it in a way. Excuse me. You know, we started the stream, I think, at like 480 something falls. I'm just curious. It's been still under an hour. Started at 480 falls. We've gotten 100 falls. We're operating at about 100 falls an hour. That doesn't spell good things for us. Oh my god, 100 falls an hour is crazy. 100 falls an hour is diabolical. Fucking diabolical. Man, I really wish that The Boys had a better ending. It came out a few weeks ago, but I won't throw any spoilers out there. But I do wish that it had a better ending. It's not like it was bad, but I did see something online, I think earlier today, actually, which I do agree with, that I think they had a better ending planned initially. And I think the announcement of the, like, Soldier Boy spin-off show ruined whatever ending they initially had. I think they had a completely different plan, and they scrapped it in favor of focusing on Soldier Boy and Bombsight for, like, fucking 3 episodes. It felt very out of place. I think that Gen V probably had a way bigger role to play, like the kids from Gen V had a way bigger role to play before the Soldier Boy spinoff was planned. Because you look at the end of season 4 and you can't look at that and tell me that they were never gonna amount to anything after that. Like, they got a slow-mo montage. Only important people get slow-mo montages. Ooh, I should make myself a slow-mo montage. I don't deserve a slow-mo montage. God damn you. Why am I so good at proving myself wrong at the most inopportune times? Unless we have a baseball hat. Baseball hat. Baseball cap. Baseball hat sounds wrong. Baseball cap sounds right to me. Baseball hat sounds weird to say. Am I weird for that? Am I just being autistic? A baseball hat sounds stupid. Stop doing that. Please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. We've got like another 2 hours to go here. We're gonna have to step up the gameplay a little bit. I'm so scared of what's to come in this game. With how easy it is to fall down, too. This, again, I don't think it's recency bias to say that this could be our longest playthrough on the channel when it comes to these Fadian games. I think if we're talking purely in terms of episodes, by technicality, I think our longest playthrough is probably Cult of the Lamb. I think I got a lot of mileage out of that one. But if we're talking exclusively about the Fadian games, I think Jump King takes the cake. That was an impressive fall. I'm not mad at that. I could never do it again. Definitely not on purpose. 1, 2. There we go. Alright, just That was so bad. I jumped into the wall as if I was jumping onto one of the... What do you call the, like, the hanging things? The hanging body holder things. It's not... A crypt is, like, where there is, like, the building itself, right? What do you call the little cages that the bodies hang? Or do you just call them cages? I don't know. This is another reason why I want to grow the stream. Not even, hey man, if you just want to like watch and like you never subscribe and you don't even follow, you just tune in, that's chill. I just want the stream to succeed enough to the point where I have enough people in chat at any given point that I could use chat like Google. That's one of my wildest dreams. I'm so jealous of streamers who have enough viewers that if they have a question, they could just toss it out into the ether and within seconds somebody has an answer. That's fucking awesome. It's like an ethical form of AI, kind of. It's just being able to throw a question out there and immediately get an answer in a satisfying manner. But I'm not murdering the environment to do it. I'm just, costing a few people probably, a few cents on their electric bill. Hey, we live in America in 2026. There's a few dollars, probably dozens of dollars for being for real. Trip, trip. Trip, drop, trip, drop. Down we go. I'm, a part of me is nervous that we're not only going to break 1,000 jumps by the end of the game, but that we're going to break 1,000 falls by the end of this stream. It's so easy. They call it Jump King. It should be Fall King. That's not, like, I'm not trying to make a joke. That would be a really bad joke. I just genuinely mean that this game, I know what the numbers say, but in my heart, I feel like I remember the falling a lot more than I remember the jumping. The falling is the part that's going to keep me up at night. Okay. Yep. That's, It feels like I'm going down a trash chute in, like, an apartment building. I feel like I'm getting taken out like garbage when I fall down the slopes all the way back. I mean, we're going through a sewer, so I think that might, direct my feelings a little bit. Yeah, I'm never going to be able to fully figure that one out, I'll be honest. That one is just going to be a crapshoot every time. Alright, it would be really freaking cash money if I didn't fuck this up. Let's go, thank you. Shout out me for listening to me. I don't do that often. We get to experience a new soundtrack. I can't guarantee that it'll be here for long. I wish I could just take the time to, like, appreciate the art style a little bit. It's always nice whenever people decide to harken back to the old 8-bit or sort of RPG art style. But I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission and I really can't afford to dilly-dally. I don't even know if this middle path is the best path to take. It's the one path that I feel comfortable with, and I'm far too afraid to try anything new. Yeah, this jump is the scariest for that reason. Oh my god, that was the first time in a while. Usually when I make that fall, I never make that wall jump. That was the first time in a minute that I actually did it first try, so I'm proud of myself for that. perhaps I can. Perhaps I am capable of learning. That's fine. I like that it gives me the option to make it, but they have to make it hard on me. They can't. If I fall, it feels like the game is intent on, despite just being a difficult game, it feels like they want you to feel that. If you fall a fall of really any height, they want you to understand that you are nothing to them. Any masochists in the chat, big recommend to this game. Or sadists. I always forget which one is the one that likes hurting themselves and which one is the one that likes hurting others. One of them plays this game, one of them makes this game. I just don't know which one is which. It would be an amazing time for chat Google, but we're not there yet. Unfortunately. Alright, it would be really cash money if I made this first jump. Thank you. It would be really cash money if I made the second jump. Oh, cash money it is. This is the furthest we've gotten. This is the furthest we've gotten in the game ever. In the history of my existence. Hold on, I need a drink. Holy shit. Okay. That's massive. That's absolutely massive, and we're in a tower, which is even more massive, because, at least for these couple of jumps, I can't fall. Oh, this is crazy. It is going to break me on an emotional level when I, fall out of here, but at least for the time being, I'm having a good time. Alright, I think we want to jump down to the bottom there. Yes. I full sent it, and I'm happy for that. He flies off these ledges. I know it looks like an easy drop there, but I'm telling you, he flies off the fucking ledges. I have to, like, very carefully. You see what I mean, though? That was barely tapping, and I got 1 foot in the grave. Okay. I think we go here. Yes. It's such a brief glimpse at happiness. It's so fast. If you went to go take a pic, I think we had an ad break. Some people, if there were people in the stream, could have genuinely missed all of the progress we just made in a 30-second ad. That is so crazy, and we just keep going down. That's so crazy. This game is so fucked up. This game is so fucked up. Why am I playing it? Why am I playing it? There's nobody here. Yeah, no, I just got, okay, the ad break ends in 60 seconds. So, anybody who might have tuned into the stream, which I don't think that we even had anybody in the stream at that point, but anybody that could have tuned into the stream there, that wasn't subscribed, completely missed all of that. That's so crazy. That's so crazy, and we go right back down. Have I just been overthinking that wall jump? Is it literally just a full power jump? I swear I went pretty much full power there. Hold on. I'm gonna try this for science. Okay, I'm just an asshole. I'm just a piece of shit. That's just a jump that I should make every single time. That's crazy. You learn something new every day. I can't believe... And it still wasn't the end of Bargenberg, by the way. It might have been close. It looked like it could have been beginning to change in scenery, but we were still pretty in there. I want to believe that I'm performing better, but I feel my delusion and deliriousness is too drastic that I don't have the ability to judge my own gameplay anymore. That was a pure panic jump. Please. So close. I like being here. I think the sewers is my hell right now. Being in the sewers makes me very upset. It feels like my hard stuck point. That's an awesome fall. I'm really grateful for that one. Out of the False King's Keep into Bargenberg. No idea what comes after Bargenberg. All I know is that Joe's Pancakes... And we're back here. We're back here. It's just this jump. This fucking jump in the rain is the one that threatens my livelihood every single time. I think according to, again, I believe it was Joe's Pancakes, I think he said that there are 10 stages total, and I believe if we're counting by the titles that they show on the screen, Bargenberg is number 4. So right now we are desperately fighting to be 40% complete with the game, which is rough. I knew, after I let go of the jump button, I knew it. I wonder if that's what, like, a professional athlete feels, you know, if, like, right before... Or like a quarterback, right before you throw an interception, if you know the moment that the ball leaves your hands that you fucked up. I have a lot of jumps like that in this game. Alright, full jump works there as well. Most of those little wall jumps, a full jump will actually get it done. Yep, I'm very used to failing that. That was a lot of last week's stream, was failing that jump in that exact way. If it wasn't for that jump in the rain, I genuinely do think that I would have gotten past Bargenberg right now. It's the fact that that one jump in the rain consistently sends me back to the sewers, if not the forest, has added so much time to this playthrough. Remember, we can do a full jump there, full jump here as well. Please. Okay, that was... Love failing in new and mysterious ways, but we got back to the tower again. That's a twofer. Alright. Okay, alright, good to know that we can afford a little bonk on the head on that awning thing there. That's terrifying, dude. I know that jump is gonna fuck me up one of these times, and I'm gonna cry. You know, we could probably bounce off the wall there for that, like, third box jump. Might be able... I'm trying to find any way to make my life easier. Ooh, or maybe we can't with the roof. If the goal was to squeeze into the right, I'd be really fucking good at this game. New territory. Okay. Gotta really understand what's going on here. On figuring out where we're supposed to go. We got a lot of jump height. I feel like our jump height has raised, no? Is our jump height not higher than it used to be, or am I just hallucinating? I don't know what's the right way to go and what's a trap. Because I could jump to the right, right? This, can I get mouse on screen? No, it doesn't show up. But I could jump to the right, to the one sticking out. But the only place that I could go from there, realistically, would be like a jump to like a wall jump to the top or something like that. Or if I can go to the left to that middle platform. But the other one above it is a little bit too close to jump on. I'm going to try the right first. Okay, yeah, as I thought. Okay. Alright, that's awesome. And, you see... Fuck me. Fuck my stupid Chungus life. I can't. That's incredible that I actually made the jump there. There was not a bone in my body that expected me to make that jump. Usually when it rains, it pours. I was expecting to be back in the sewers again. This would be one of those times in a stream where I would greatly benefit from somebody in the chat who played the game, who could tell me where to jump in that upper section. Because it's bad enough trying to reach it, but not knowing where I'm supposed to be jumping is brutal. This is not a game that rewards exploration. It rewarded me with this cool hat, I guess, but outside of that, not really. Oh, it's such a fucked up. I know that they planned it that way, too. Pause for failure. Okay. I got lulled into a false sense of security. 1 hour in, baby. 1 hour in. 1 hour in. And almost on cue. The sanity is leaving. Sanity is leaving. Last time I played this game, I had one of my mods playing it alongside me. I had a new chatter who joined in and followed. We had some support in there. We're fighting. We're fighting the good fight right now. We could just walk right off. That's fine. Didn't wanna. It's fine. We do another one. We just do another take of that. God, I just wish that was a full jump moment. If that was a full jump moment, it would make my life so much easier. Or if that was a full jump moment, this is a lot. There's a lot of ways this game can make my life easier, and I have to at least give it credit for the fact that it refuses to do a single one of them. There are people beating this game in such record times. It won't be me. Just like every single Fadian game we've played on stream, I guarantee you There will not be a speedrun. We will not be beating any world records here. The only thing that I will be beating is my own head against the wall trying to get this done. Again, the moment that I jump, because I spend so much time crawling back to this point, I forget the little things. Who are we, by the way, in this game? Yeah, no, we go back down here. We're gonna have to struggle through that. First, we gotta get back up. Oh my god. Playing this game feels like setting up your own execution block. It feels like I am being tortured, and also that I am my own torturer. It is a sick, twisted game. I can't believe that people play this for enjoyment. Okay, I will tell you with my entire fucking chest, I am playing this game for content. Okay, if there was no cameras on, if I was not live streaming this right now, I promise you, I would never touch this game. Never. And I wouldn't say that about all Fadian games, because, like, Egging On, I think I would play off-stream. I would have continued playing off-stream. I think Get to Work, I would have continued playing off-stream. But this game is a horrific example of how evil human beings can be when they really put their minds together. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. I cannot wait for the moment that I beat this game and probably uninstall it. More power to you if you truly enjoy this. You should work for the Secret Service or the US military or some form of special operations, because you have a pain threshold that I could never dream to reach. The whole first hour that we were here, I never fucked that jump up, by the way. I just want that to be known. I could keep my eyes closed. I know, I fail that jump, I know exactly where I'm falling to. If one day I do stop streaming forever, I think a pretty big culprit that could be behind that is just the games that I choose to play. Which I guess, if you extrapolate that, just means that it's my fault. But, you know, I like using fancy words to try and not accept that fact. Maybe it's another type of self-sabotage. Maybe it's just trying to avoid that doxing level of fame, is that if somewhere in my subconscious believes that if I keep playing horribly rage-inducing games, that it'll convince me to throw in the towel. Haven't thrown it yet, though. Say what you will about the gameplay, but I am here. And I am doing it. Barely, again, right after my finger lifted off my keyboard, I knew that it was risky. It's so effortless. It's so effortless. I can't, the falls are so easily replicable when I'm not trying to make it so. Does that make sense? I don't even know if I'm making sense with the things that I say anymore. All I know is that even with 0 viewers in the chat on Sunday, I had a delightful time playing Disco Elysium, because it's just a fun game outside of content. This is not, oh man, if we got another 0 view stream here for Jump King, some equipment might get broken. I need the moral support more than anything else. At least in Get to Work, I got to listen to, like, fun little voice acting, and, you know, it was, there were funny bits there. I feel like the momentum-based gameplay, accounted for a lot more leeway in success. You know, that actually might be a big part of why this game feels so much more difficult as well. Is that, because with the 3D ones, even with Getting Over It, because of how, like, how much velocity you could get on the swings, I feel like there was a lot of, like, there wasn't one concrete method of victory that I feel like is not the case in Jump King. Like, and I think that there are, in fact, a very specific amount of possible ways to beat this game. I do not think this is, has quite the open world freedom that some of the other games have, which makes it that much more infuriating. I gotta get that tower jump if I want any chance at this. I've gotta figure out how to get that, make that tower jump automatic. It's such a slap in the face when you fall down the left ramp too, because it looks like you're a pixel away from just brushing into the place that you need to go. But knowing this game, I'm sure that it's physically impossible to make it in that way. Unless it's like a speedrun strat, but I highly doubt it. It's fine. No, that's so fine. That's totally fine. I get reckless. It's my problem with games like these. This game puts bad thoughts into my head. This game is not good. I had a therapy appointment this morning, and I feel like this game is actively undoing anything that I accomplished back then. Shout out to the devs of this game for creating the anti-therapy. I didn't know that that was possible. Alright, well, we're back up here. I guess maybe we can... Okay, actually, I have a lot of height, though. Maybe I can make it up there. Maybe I'm just being silly. Incredible fall. As far as the falls that I've had today go, that's one of my better ones. What are we, what's the goal here? That's the goal. That's the fucking goal. Cinema. Great Frontier. Okay, hold on. I want everybody to soak this in for a second, because it could be a matter of seconds before we're back at the fucking sewers. We have to be very careful here. So here's what I think we have to do. I think I don't. I mean, it's what there's the two platforms on the side here. I'm gonna try. Which one do I go for? Can I make? I don't know. The angle is the problem. I think if I go for this left and slam my head in, yes, and then I can sort of do this. What am I have to jump to the right, maybe, over here? But I feel like I'm gonna bonk my head. No, I'm totally gonna bonk my head. It's a trap. I have to go to the right first, I think. I think that's what I have to do. Maybe. Maybe? I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared that I'm gonna fuck it up. Because I don't think that I can make that jump. I think that's why it's in that Tetris L shape. And that's why that other platform wouldn't be there for no reason. The issue is, how do I get over there? Because if I just do a super powered jump, I'm going to bang my head on the top. Probably go down, slide off that, and then go down. If that made any sense to anybody but me. I think I have to go down onto that middle platform, probably. Please. Okay, and then... Okay, no matter what happens here, remember that we made it here. I'm just gonna full send it. Okay. Okay. Not full fall. Not full fall. Dude, we're so close with that. We're so close with that. We're so close to fucking that up. Do a little jump here. And just tease it. Just tease it. Okay. Now, big jump. Big boy jump. Yes. If you haven't played this game and you don't have a grasp on the controls, this might look like a very simple situation to you, but it's breaking my brain right now. Because let me go. So we can't reposition midair, right? I'm gonna shut my ass up. Okay, I guess maybe we could do hard things sometimes. Crazy fucking landing. Holy shit. Okay, so that's how we make it up there. Oh my god, I'm terrified of this fucking game, dude. I'm so scared. Oh my god, I'm fucking scared. Oh shit. Okay. We gotta go up to the left, surely. Right? Surely it's just a full send all the way over here. And then I think... Yeah, we do that, and then we do this. No, that's foolish. Why would I ever do that? Why would I think about that? The goal is to get to the right. Do I have to land on that little fucking platform? Because I have to... Fuck, I think I do. I think I have to pixel perfect it. It's definitely not that little pocket to the left. There's no way. Maybe for a speedrun, you could, like, pixel perfect it to get over, but there's no way. I want to get on it so bad. Not too fucking shabby. Not too shabby. Now, the problem with this, unfortunately, really exciting moment, is that we need to get on that flag. I'm really hoping that if I just wall jump, it'll put me there perfectly. And if not, we're going to fall really far. Interesting. Have we soft locked ourselves? Perhaps. I might have to redo what I just did a second time, which sucks major fucking ass. I think I have... That's crazy, by the way. Can we just acknowledge that that's crazy? That they want me to jump from one flagpole to the other. In this game... A flagpole that is sitting on 2 ramps, by the way, just so we're on the same page. 2 ramps that will fling me off to lose all of my progress. That's the game that we're working with here. This game is pure evil. Pure evil. But I'm eviler. Alright, watch me fuck this up. Dude. Dude, there it is. Wow. Okay. I shouldn't have. Okay. Oh, I'm learning. I might not be able to verbalize in a way that makes sense in the English language, but I am learning things about this game and about this section of this game. It's not a wall jump, it's a straight jump. Sorry to do it to you on Pride Month, but sometimes straight jumps are necessary. Oh man, that was super exciting. We almost got a chatter, and then it wasn't a chatter. It was spam. That was a crazy jump. That was a crazy jump. You're a crazy, crazy boy. Brother in Christmas trees. You gotta stop. You've gotta stop. No. I've tasted the sweet fruits of victory. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. All it takes is fucking up one of these jumps and it's all over. It's left jump. This is an easy fix. And then this is also a left jump. Yes. Please. I'd rather undershoot it than overshoot it. I did the same thing again. Just overshoot it going to the right. Because then we can have a safe jumping off point that we can spam it from the right side. It's foolish to try and nail it from the left side. It's the same with this jump, honestly. I fucking smelled it. I smelled it after I let it go. Oh, God. But we have made progress today. Halfway through the stream, we have made progress. Which, every time I boot up a game like this, that's my only real goal. I can at least stand on my laurels with that, you know? I could say that in all of these Fadian sort of games that I've played, except for the one that we don't talk about, every time that I boot one of them up for a stream, I have never ended a stream without making at least some semblance of progress. And I can be proud of that. Again, just overshoot it there. I'm fine with that. Because now we can sort of dial it in from the right here. It's not a full jump. It's so not a full jump. But it's also so close to a full jump. It's like a fucking 2.7. It's crazy. Maybe it's lower than a 2. Maybe it's like a 2.5, actually. I feel like I only have undershooting it by 3 feet or overshooting it by 7 miles, and I'm not capable of anything in between those 2 points. I forgot that this was a place that I could be. I forgot so quickly. Again, 3 feet, 2 miles, no in between. Oh! I don't have anything to say about that. If you're looking for commentary on this commentary stream, I'm sorry. But it's trapped deep within my soul. I'm getting better at that part, at least. I'm glad that they put that there. I know I've said some pretty harsh things about the developers of this game, but every once in a while, I suppose they're capable of doing an act of kindness. Once in a while. Okay. Didn't expect myself to nail that one. That's why, yeah, that's sort of what I expected to happen the first time, actually. Can I be vulnerable with you guys? I think what my biggest fear is seeing the forest again. Because we've made a lot of progress, actually. We've gone really far. I'm actually terrified of seeing green leaves again. If I see green leaves again in this game, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take it. I don't know if my heart can take that. Nice. It's such a mean jump. I'm getting better at landing on the flagpoles, though, I will say. Not, like, flawlessly better, but, you know, a little bit better. Get on the ledge. You don't piss me off. This is we're making a scary amount of progress. There's another old man up here. I think I can make this jump. Yes, I can. Now this is annoying. This is an annoying place to be. I think. Need a drink. Is it? We jump to the middle one. Then we're supposed to jump on the pike because they're horrible people. And then we have to jump up onto that one. That's what I'm thinking right now. Because the left path, whatever it's called. I know chat Chat GPT, because it would be chat that is GPTing from but there's no way to go past the triangle thing, whatever it's called. So I think we go to the right here. And I think if we were good at the game, that's sort of what we're supposed to do. Okay, we have to make sure that we stay patient, because if we get impatient, that's when we'll start spamming jumps, and that's when we could turn like a very easy, manageable fall into a really bad fall. We have to trust that we will fall where we may, and we can recover from wherever we fall. Because we are the Jump King. I felt a little bit too much mustard on that one. Why is it too much mustard? Why is it not too much ketchup? Is it because you can't have... Actually, you know what? Yeah, because I think, and I say this as an enjoyer of a plethora of condiments, I think you can have too much mustard for sure. That sucked, by the way. You can have too much mustard for sure, but I don't actually think you could have too much ketchup. I think ketchup is evergreen. I think you can always get some more ketchup. I feel like I have a lot of condiment-related takes that a lot of people would disagree with. You know, for example, the fact that if I'm eating a hot dog, I don't even think I put ketchup on it, but I think I put mustard and relish on it, which would send a lot of people into a coma, probably. We got it. Hey, you bitch. Oh, look at you. You're a bitch. You thought I wouldn't notice, but I did. I just don't agree with that being a fall. Because I'm going there on purpose. I feel like there's some racism at play here. I just don't think that should be counted as a fault. I think that the game devs are wrong on that one. It's good practice, at least. I know I'm gonna have to be jumping on those flagpoles if I get back up to the snowy area. I keep forgetting. I land close to a wall, and my gut tells me to wall jump. That was a fall. I'll accept that one as a fall. But, like, that's not a fall. Sure, technically I meant to go to the flagpole, but, like, it's still, I'm moving in the direction that I intended. I don't accept that as counting towards my fall counter. We gotta find a way to speed this little section up, though, because we have so much shit above us that we still need to handle. With all of these snowy towers that we have to climb, we can't afford to waste time down there. But we will. But we will. That is the unfortunate part, is that we don't really have a say in that. I did not think I had enough heat there. Didn't have enough heat there. Way too much heat there. I'm so good at overshooting it for the right. Honestly, with my success rates, it's starting to feel like I should just be ripping it from the left, because I feel like I have a better ratio of landing from the left jump than from the right jump. At least it didn't say that I fell that time. That was nice. That was nice of them. That wasn't. You bitch. Who are we, by the way, in this game? I would love to know, because I don't know. I don't remember it in the little lore dump at the beginning. Because the game is called Jump King. We're giving more knight, I would say, from the gameplay. From the aesthetic, I mean, but from the gameplay is also accurate. Like, who are we in this game? If we're a king, or, like, why are we doing this? I know there's a smoking hot babe at the top. Is it, like, our smoking hot babe? Is it just a random one, and as king, we've just decided that we would like to hit that? I have a lot of questions about the lore that I feel like I'm not going to get answered throughout the gameplay of this game. I'll get it. One of these days. You can't do that. I want to make sure everybody understands. In my brain, okay, the difference between how long I'm holding down the fucking spacebar is like milliseconds. There's almost no difference, so you must understand the loss of my mental state when I don't feel like I'm doing anything different, and then I fling myself across the map. It does not make any sense to me in my brain. I need somebody to help me understand. Why would you do that? 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 Like, I'm grateful that we're at a new section. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful that we're at a new section. But man, this section fucking sucks. Man, this section fucking sucks. At least Bargenberg had nice music to listen to. I've got the whooshing of wind. I've got the occasional bird tweet. That's about it. Alright, if I try the counting method again. Let's see. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3 is our barometer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Wait, I can't do points. 1, 2. 1, 2. Like, we all watched that, right? I just don't feel like, I feel like I was counting at the same tempo there. I don't know, man. Like, how am I getting that much power? In what universe am I that looks like I'm holding it down for 7 fucking seconds. In what universe am I getting that much power? Gotta relax. Gotta relax. Holy crap, it hasn't even been 2 hours. I'm gonna die on this stream. I'm gonna die on this stream. This is gonna be the one that does me in. It's gonna be it. it's going to be over, and the only people that are going to witness my death here are going to be 2 AI chatters that were trying to sell me AI viewers. God, this is a horrifying life. It's a left. I remember that it was a left. Jesus Christ. I didn't think that was even a possibility. That shocked me. Okay, good to know. Apparently we can miss the ledge if we back up too far. That's great information to know. Glad that I did that little science experiment there. I don't want to get stuck down at this section. I'm noticing a pattern that we're fucking up the same jump over and over again. We're going to need to stop doing that. Did it again. Did it again. We're going to stop doing that. Let's just put a pin in that. We got a lot. Remember the snow? Remember that? Let's, ooh, this is gonna make me upset. Let's, I would love to get back to the snow, is what I'm, I just walked off. I just walked off. Surely this can't be how I go out, right? Surely there's something more for me here. There's some sort of success. I should have never tried to be the platform guy. That was my first mistake. That was my first mistake. I should have just done that fucking sim stream, bro. It's been a minute since we got back up here. And we're gone. And we're gone in record time. I am going to lose my mind. I don't know. Is it sadder to lose your mind while being watched by a bunch of people as you do it? Or is it sadder to lose your mind when nobody's watching? I'm genuinely not sure. Feels like a moral dilemma. It's my trolley problem. Oh, okay, now we're going back down here. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, no, that's sick. That's so fucking sick, dude. I thought it was really cool when you continued to erase my project. My progress, man, that's fucking awesome. That's so sick. W's in the chat. For sure, for sure. I need to get away from these fucking crows. I need to get away from them right now. Oh my god, Arcanias, what's up, man? This looks like another very punishing game. Yep. Yeah, incredible, actually, for you to pop into the chat at the most devastating thing that's happened to me in this game in about 2 hours. That was a really bad fall. Oh, man, how's your day going? How are you doing, man? I better than me, I hope. Oh my god, this is, I don't know why I do this to myself. This is Jump King. I don't know if you're familiar. It's just like all those other games I've been playing. I brought in my punishment aura. You really did. This is the furthest I've fallen down in about 45 minutes, actually. It's incredible. I saw someone play a 3D version. I did see, yeah, it was like Jump King Quest or something. I did peep that as well. I decided that I wanted to play the OG because I wasn't sure if the like 3D rendered one was a different map or if it was just the same one. But I figured I might as well go through the same torture that all of the people originally went through when they played this game. But I'm trying to get through here. We're looked like a different game, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, great. The section that we're looking at right now is, I believe, stage 4 out of 10. So they could have, if you saw, you might have just seen somebody much more skilled than I at a much more progressed section of the game than I am right now. This game has stunted on me fucking crazy style. When I first played the game on, I think last Thursday, wow, that's bad. Wow, that's really, oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Remember when I said that I had fallen as far as I had in a really long time? I broke that record again. Oh no. That's not good. There's no combat, also, to answer your question. So I thought about that, but I think that it's fine with keyboard because I do agree with you with most platforming games, but with Jump King, the only controls are either left or right, and then holding down the jump button. So the use of the joystick technically wouldn't change anything because there's no midair maneuvering. Which is also what makes this game so mind-fuckingly hard. Is that the moment you jump, you have no more control over anything that happens in the game. All I could do is hold down how much power I want for the jump, and if I want to go to the left or the right. And that's all the control I have. Which is devastating, as you can see. I can't believe I fell down this far. I can't believe I continue to fall down this far. Why do you put yourself through this? I don't know, man. From what I know about streaming, it feels like a lot of the clips of things that go viral tend to be the rage clips or the streamers that are just putting themselves through turmoil and pain. And I would love to get more people watching the stream, and I want to hope that this is the way we do it. But we've once again set another record for falling down. I think we've fallen down 3 stages at this point. There's only 1 stage below us now. That's crazy. All I'm hoping for in my increasingly strained little heart is that playing a game like this will get some people in the chat. And I mean, hey, I'm glad to see you here. Because, trust me, this is not a game I would play in my free time. But when there's nobody in the chat and I'm here on my own, it basically is like I'm playing it in my free time, which is a special variety of torture. Is to play this game completely by yourself on a Tuesday night. It's, oh man. I've put myself through some trials and tribulations on this stream. I've only been streaming for like 4.5 months now, give or take. And you know, in 4.5 months, here we go again. I feel like I've become an innovator in self-punishment. I don't know if a lot of people could find this many different games to bring them to the brink of sanity in this time span that I have found. New low again, accomplished there, by the way. No, I think I was thinking about it though. I'm gonna have to beat this game, right? Because so far, let's see, we've played for 4 hours 39 minutes cumulatively across 2 streams. Like I've played the game for too many hours to not beat it. I'm gonna have to find a way. Sunk cost fallacy is 100% in play here. But after I beat this game, we might take a break from not from streaming, but take a break from the FODdy and platforming games. I think if I want to maintain the stamina to continue streaming at the frequency that I am, yeah, I think maybe some less stressful games might be necessary. Don't know, like Elden man. Hey, you remember when I tried to play Sekiro? Yeah, uninstalled that one. So I have a sneaky suspicion that I think Elden Ring would go the same way. Maybe faster, even, I would argue. God, I'm so fucking ass at Souls-like games. It's crazy. And I want to be good at them, too, because I feel like a lot of Souls-like games, Soulsborne games, have really cool art styles and, like, really interesting storylines a lot of the time. I'm just bona fide grass-fed ass at them, and the gameplay is too frustrating to warrant me putting in the hours to become not ass. Maybe one day, if I become a big fancy streamer and I'm like making money off of streaming, then I might consider doing it for the content. But for right now, I think the only thing that I would gain from that is probably an additional therapy session per month. And I'm not looking to spend that kind of money yet. That's such a me. It feels like a black hole. It feels like it sucks me in. So what's the next game gonna be? I have some thoughts. I mean, I was also trying to think of games specifically for Pride Month. I was trying to think of the gayest games that I know that I could play to celebrate. I was thinking about maybe playing Life is Strange for the first time. I've never played that game before. I know it's like a narrative-based game. I was thinking about doing a Sims 4 stream. I thought that might be kind of fun. I only played True Colors. Which was True Colors? Is that the new one, or is that the like the DLC or like the add-on? I know very little about the game, actually. The third one? Okay, bet. Yeah, I would see. Honestly, a lot of it also just depends on like price of game, because it's not. I'm not clearly, as you can see, I'm not making money off of streaming, and my day job also is not particularly lucrative. So the games that I play is both games that I think I'm interested in and also games that I can afford. But Life is Strange just came out fucking ages ago, so I can't imagine it's more than like $25-30. So I was considering that one. I think a narrative based game would be fun. I mean, I've been playing on stream Disco Elysium recently, which I've been enjoying a lot, but the analytics speak otherwise, so I might end up just stopping streaming that and just playing it on my own time. Like, I streamed it this past Sunday, and that was the first time ever that I had an entire 3.5 hour stream with 0 chat messages. So I don't think it's quite pulling the audience that I want it to. First one remastered is $79. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you know, yeah, for Pride Month then, $7.99, I'll definitely do that. So at least for sure, I will definitely play Life is Strange. I also somehow have never seen any spoilers, actually, about the story of the game, so it'll be a completely blind playthrough, so that'll be fun. Hang it, thank you for the support, I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate, I think I've been streaming for like 4.5 months now, give or take, and I think you're like the only chatter for the most part, outside of like my real life friends, obviously, that has like consistently popped into the streams like throughout that, so I do appreciate that a lot. I appreciate the support. I hope that I can provide some sort of entertainment to pull up. Is still a streaming fledgling. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, very early. I know that it takes a very long time to actually build up any sort of an audience. I think I started streaming like mid-January, I believe, was when I got my PC and I was finally able to get my setup going. So I'm still rather early on here. I think my current plan is to try my best motivation-wise to stream consistently for the course of the year, and then by next January I'll sort of gauge how I'm feeling, if I'm still, you know, motivated to keep it going, if I want to chill. Must have found you on what... Yeah, no, literally, you felt like Egging On was the first game that I streamed ever, so you found me immediately. You are, if I ever end up, if, you know, we make it out the ghetto and the stream actually blows up, you will be one of the truest of OGs. Ow. Appreciate the support, appreciate the love, of course. Let's see, in terms of like other games that I was thinking of playing though, I'm not sure. I have a part of me, I don't know if you follow any of the socials, but I made a clip like a couple weeks ago of me sort of you're right, happy Pride Month. I made a clip of me talking a little bit of shit, saying that it's easier to get good at a first-person shooter than it is to get good at a platformer, which, like, a part of me believes that. If we're being completely honest, a part of me was trying to rage bait just a little bit to get some engagement, which I did. I got a lot of comments on it. But that also did make me sort of kind of want to maybe get back into my FPS era a little bit, so I've been considering streaming CS2. Like every, you know, good Twitch streamer does at some point in their careers. Which might be interesting, might be fun to go through, especially given the fact that I'm kind of dog shit at mouse and keyboard FPS games. I grew up as a heavy console kid, so I'm still getting used to the whole mouse and keyboard vibe, so maybe some Counter-Strike in the near future, if I feel open to the floodgates of criticism that will come with it. But outside of that, I don't know. There's a lot of... I mean, I would love to play a lot of my favorite games on stream, but I kind of want to wait for those until I can get at least, like, a few more consistent, like, average viewership. Like, one of my favorite franchises of all time is Kingdom Hearts. I love the Kingdom Hearts games so much. But I don't want to really play them when nobody's around, you know? Like, if I'm gonna play those games, I kind of want more people in it. Love them. Hell yeah, W take. I think I've played... a little disappointed with 3, though. I agree. Here, I think that they're I think that 3 was a little bit overhated when it came out. I do still think that it's by far the weakest of the mainline trilogy, but I think there were some things that it did well, and there were some things that it, like, the Disney World specifically, I thought were extremely lackluster in Kingdom Hearts 3. I think a lot of the Disney Worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1 felt like they were intertwined with, like, the Organization 13 story. The Disney Worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 felt like they just grabbed a Disney movie storyline, smashed it in, and didn't really bother to connect it with anything else going on in the plot. That was disappointing for me. But I think some things that Kingdom Hearts 3 did do well, I mean, for one, obviously, it's an easy one, but the graphics are beautiful. It is, a gorgeous-looking game. Added on to that, I did actually, this might be a hot take, I did enjoy the cooking mechanic. I did actually enjoy finding the ingredients. I didn't enjoy Donald telling me about the ingredients, but I did enjoy finding the ingredients and making, like, the meals at Remy's restaurant. I will also say, that's fair. That's fair. It's not for everybody. I channeled my inner Italian. I wanted to cook. One thing that I did absolutely love about Kingdom Hearts 3 is that, like, boss gauntlet at the end in I forget the name of it. It's something fuggy. The Land Forgottens, the desert place. I did enjoy the boss gauntlet of, like, fighting all the organization members and, like, going through that. I thought that was kind of badass. And, like, getting to, like, team up with different people as you're going through. I thought that was kind of sick. I mean, 1v1 fights. I think again, it's been a while since I played Kingdom Hearts 2 because, not Kingdom Hearts 3. Because, obviously, out of all the Kingdom Hearts games, that's, like, the only one that I haven't replayed for obvious reasons. It's also, like, pretty long, I think. But I remember enjoying that last section there. What else? I mean, What's your favorite, by the way? Your favorite Kingdom Hearts game? I know that there's, like, a pretty widely renowned answer, but every once in a while I feel like somebody will surprise me. Yo, first time chat, I'm Ted Cuddy. What up, Ted Cuddy? I'm Randallite. It's nice to meet you. We're talking about Kingdom Hearts right now. How are the runs going? Well, I've got 4 hours, 52 minutes logged so far. I've got 7.5k jumps, 788 falls. The highest that I've made it to so far has been the Snowy Peaks. I call Kingdom Hearts Kingdom Farts, not a fan. Hey, to each their own. Definitely one of my favorite franchises for sure. But, if you're coming in to check out Jump King gameplay, I understand why those are two very different games. Also, Arcane, as I was in middle school when it came out, Final Fantasy and Disney together felt so surreal, 100%. And same here, it felt like a crazy combination of the two, but it made my wee lad, my young self, very happy. I think, for sure, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I mean, it might be a basic answer, but I think Kingdom Hearts 1, or not Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably always going to be my favorite. Jump King makes me feel that way. Dude, I've been playing for close to 5 hours cumulatively at this point. And Jump King has made me feel a lot of emotions. I can't say that any of them have been joy just yet. That's a crazy fall. Haven't fallen that way before. That's unfortunate. It's definitely taken some of the sanity out from my soul. Milk Crate, first time chatter, welcome to the stream. I was just watching for a bit and wanted to say hi and thought you're doing really good. Thank you so much. That's so kind. But then I... Man, first time chat, just to throw that one in, huh? Oh, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And you know what? I also appreciate you sending that message, because I'm going to get a clip out of that. And that's what we're doing. And that truly, if I'm farming for anything, it's got to be clips. That's what we do it for. That's why I'm playing Jump King. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. I hope that in my oscillating level of gameplay that you found some sort of entertainment throughout it. And entertainment through my ramblings. You have a very kind face. That's so nice. Thank you. That's actually such a sweet compliment. I appreciate that. And a kind voice. Bro, you're gassing me up like crazy. I'm not used to this from Twitch chat. I feel scared, like somebody's gonna come in and punch me in the face or something. This is not what I'm used to. I feel like this is the same thing with all the other Fadian games that I've played. And the fact that you guys seem to know, are you guys like, are you guys speedrunners? Because I feel like every time I play a Fadian game, because there's so few people streaming them, I always get speedrunners in my chat because they want to watch gameplay and there's not a lot of gameplay out there. Only in the morning. I think when I was playing, nah, okay, as I know you're here for the vibes. I know you're here for the vibes. Yep, cooking breakfast. I can't, hold on, gotta lock in. That fucking rain jump is the scariest jump in this game for me. That jump has fucked me up way too many times. It has scarred me. Yeah, I think also, you know, that is also another reason to answer your question from earlier, Arcanias, of why I would do this to myself, is that I feel like the games like these also have a smaller but like tight-knit sort of community that leads to usually a lot of new chatters showing up when we play. How many times have you beaten this? This is my first run. This is my very first time playing this game. I have not beaten it yet. I am trying very hard to get a victory here. So far, the furthest that I've been able to make it is the snowy bit with the flags. Can't you just click on the platform to jump on it? Man, if that was actually... I just gotta make sure. If that was actually a mechanic, I genuinely would cry. If I spent 5 hours struggling through this fucking tower, and I could have clicked on have you tried? You know, there was literally 0% in my body that thought you were telling the truth, and I still tried just now, just to make sure that there wasn't an easy way out here. And unfortunately, it didn't work. My mouse... Hey, you know what? I might, for anybody who plays online FPSs, this might be like a horror. I feel like I need to put a trigger warning for this. Wireless mouse. It's terrifying. I've just never noticed any latency issues, though. What is even at the top anyways? From what I hear, a smoking hot babe. I'm still waiting on finding out if that's true or not. I'm expecting the hottest 8-bit babe I could ever imagine. In a perfect world, we make it up there, smoking hot babe, we take off our helmet, surprise plot twist, woman king, WLW, happy Pride Month. Cinema. God, I remember when I used to be at the Snow. It's been a really long time. I'm grateful that we have some friends in the chat to hang out, because it was a good distraction to forget just how much progress I've lost today. I have not beaten it, no. I have not beaten this game. This is my very first attempt. Oh, that's as good of an answer as any, I think, from a gameplay proficiency perspective, to show you that I definitely haven't beaten this game. I don't think somebody who's beaten this game probably falls there. You don't want the birdies? Hold on, what do you mean you don't want the birdies? What are we talking about? Is there something going on with the birds? What's the deal with the birdies? I want you to just, while you're typing out this response, I just want you to remind you that I'm in a very vulnerable state right now, as you could tell. I'm gonna, you can't leave me on that cliffhanger. You can't, because from integrity, I can't look it up. I refuse to look it up. I can only learn from chat, please. If you have sage wisdom, I ask for it, humbly. I'm but a broken man jumping up these platforms. It's just me and my wireless mouse against the world. I'm just walking off platforms, you must understand. What's the deal with the birdies? I mean, I see. Does some... Well, now I've got to know. Okay. Fuck this. Okay, you know what? We've already lost so much progress. We've fallen down that place anyways. So technically, we wouldn't even be losing that much. If it means nothing, it would still be worth it. It's an annoying jump to get. But alright, we're taking a bird detour. I need to see what happens when I touch the bird. Surely this will be massive for our gameplay and for our success levels. And if nothing else, it will be huge for morale. Unless it does nothing. One of my friends, one of my mods, also told me last time that apparently there's a mod that you could put on the game that allows Twitch chat messages to come out of the Ravens' mouths. He told that to me when I was in a state of trauma. Why are you going up to go down? I don't know, Oh yeah, I'm just stupid. Okay, cool, yeah, no, you're right. You're 100% right. Thanks for... Look, you got... We've been live for about 2.5 hours. The brain starts to get a little goopy after a little while. I feel like I need to get up to that upper platform, though. It doesn't look like I could reach it from the lower one. You know? At least that's what I think. This is an active reminder that if you are looking for elite level gameplay on the Twitch streams tonight, you're probably going to want to look somewhere else. But if you're looking for mild entertainment with, apparently, I've been told, a kind voice, this is the place to go. Alright, can I just make the jump? Oh, I can. Did that... Okay. It didn't do anything. Maybe it'll do something later. I guess. All right, come on, man. Can we make the easy jumps at least? Do that 20 more times. See, you could just be fucking sending me on a wild goose chase for your own enjoyment, and the fucked up part is that I have no way to tell you that you're wrong. Oh no, but the Raven doesn't come back. Raven don't come back. Crow? I always get them confused. I always get ravens and crows confused. I don't know what the only thing I know that a murder. It's a wild crow. Yeah, it is a wild crow chase. But the wild crow is gone. But if I see another wild crow, perhaps. I have no idea which bird it is. I know it's cool looking though. I may not know the difference between ravens and crows, but I do know that I fuck with both of them. I know one of them is like super loyal, I think. I can't remember which one it is, but I know one of them is super loyal that like if you ever see one in the wild and it's like injured, if you nurse it back to health, it will literally like ride or die for you. Like it will just go and find trinkets across the world and come and bring it back to you as like tribute. It's fucking sick. So if you ever see a bird like that, oh, hey, there he is. All right, you know, I'll play your game. If you ever see a raven or a crow in the wild, I highly recommend becoming friends with it. What if you injured it with a golf ball? As long as it didn't see the direction that the golf ball came in, I think you're still okay. Questionable on the ethics there, but I think you'll be all right. Yeah. Dude, this feels like a side quest that I should be doing after I beat the game. I feel like raven hunting is just going to fuck my shit up. I'm still gonna try this jump because I'm getting minor dopamine hits by watching the raven fly away. And I kind of nailed that. That was kind of impressive. Maybe not for like a speedrunner, but I feel like for my caliber of gameplay, I think you have to get that one. The fact that I did that one first try, not too bad. Not too shabby. Fuck! God damn it, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to jinx myself. I gotta get back to the snow. I gotta get back. We've made so much more progress than you're seeing right now. I've gotten so much further. Oh, okay, there's no way I'm getting that one. Okay, the raven hunt might end here. There's no way I'm risking that. The getting over here is way too difficult. If I fall down again, maybe I'll go back and get him, but I want to make progress. I want to make progress. I can't agree to that. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. We're almost back to the snow. You bastard man. You bastard man, and there's nobody to blame but myself. I'm telling you, dude, that's the worst part of playing platforming games like this, is that if it's like a multiplayer game, I could fucking, dude, I'll blame my fucking teammates till the cow comes home. Is that the saying? But if I'm playing a game like this, the only person I can blame is myself. And it makes me sad. Alright, can we just, like, make these jumps? Can we just lock in? Is that an option? Can we just lock in? I think if you give me a moment, I'm just gonna lock in. Fuck. God damn it. Just once I would like to like pull one of those one-liners and have it actually work out in my favor. It's left jump, I remember that. Okay, been like a, solid 30 minutes or so since we got back up here. Love making progress. You don't see that a lot. Back on these fuck-ass flagpoles. Alright, but you know what? I'm imbued with a newfound energy. We got some new people in the chat. I spent the first, hour and a half of this stream vamping by myself here. We have some audience members. I have a reason for good gameplay. And that's what I'm gonna try to bring to you today. Okay. I don't even remember how I fucked everything up last time. I think it was that little, the not the jump I just made, but the one beforehand. I feel like that slope in particular is pretty unforgiving. Yeah, that's why. That is exactly why I was able to... Thank God I made that fucking tower jump just now. No, I can't go for the bird. I can't go for the... I know I said I'd go for it if I came back here again, but it's too much. It's too much. I can't do that to myself. Oh, it's magic. I just walked off. Oh no, I'm losing it. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good at all. I don't know. It's usually a question on these streams because I'll never prepare properly. What goes first between my sanity or just the water that's left in my cup? It's usually pretty neck and neck, I'll be honest. Both of those deplete at a fascinating rate. As long as we don't see grass. Alright? That's my main goal for the stream, as always, was to make progress, which we accomplished, for sure. My secondary goal for the stream is not to see any green grass, no green trees. If we see that, then we're in serious trouble. We've gained a lot of progress, we've lost a lot of progress. What are we at for falls right now? 839 falls. 839 falls. For record, by the way, for anybody who wasn't around for the whole stream, when we started today, we were at about 480 falls. We actually completely reversed our numbers. It's not quite what I'm looking for. I know that's not a full... Why did I go for a full power? I know that's not a full power. I know these things. I know them! God damn you. We could do it. We could do it. What is it? I don't know. But I find that in times like these, I just need to continue the affirmations for myself. Okay. Okay, that's a bad one. That's not a good one. That's rough. That's rough. This is a new record. This is a new record for amount of progress lost on the stream, I think. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, okay. Okay, that hurts. For anybody who's actually beaten this game in the chat, anybody lurking, like from what you've seen, right? From what you've seen so far, first run in this game, blind playthrough, never seen anything. What are we thinking for like my skill level on like a level of like scale 1 to 10? Because I don't know anything about what's coming. I know so far I've spent 5 hours, and the furthest I've got is the snowy section. I feel like I'd give myself like I'd say like a 6 out of 10. That's where I think I sit. I'm definitely not anywhere 7 or above, for sure. But I think 6 out of 10 is pretty fair. I think I'm just slightly above average. I don't think I'm hot fucking donkey water. I think I am, like... if I played the game consistently enough, I think I could get it done. It's despite what you may see on the screen. I think I don't think that I'm below a 5. Probably. If you're comparing me to the average gamer. If you're comparing me to speedrunners, I'm like a 2. But if you're comparing me to the average gamer, I would be happy with a 6. Please make it. Thank you. Bitch. I shouldn't be doing that with no water left. Come on, brother. Alright, we've been in for 240. Probably gonna call it at like the 3-hour mark. Give ourselves another 20 minutes or so to see if we can make up any of the progress that we've lost before it's GG's for the day. And hopefully, again, just as long as we don't see those green trees. As long as I don't see any green trees for the rest of the stream, I can be a happy lad. If I see any green trees, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset, and there's nobody to be upset at other than myself. There we go. There we go. Making a little progress. Okay, we like to see it. Too much mustard. There's no such thing. I have like a weird... I said the word mustard and it sent me on a tangent. I have a weird relationship with like regular yellow mustard where I don't... It feels like a dirty condiment to eat, but like I like it. I don't know if that says something about me as a person. I don't like a lot of it, but I think like a little bit on like a hot dog or a hamburger even peak. And that's just like the fucking you know, what word am I looking for? The processed like neon yellow shit. Because if you give me like some Dijon or like some honey mussy, I'm down. I'll snort that shit. I'll eat it all day long. It's just the weird Velveeta cheese coated yellow mustard that I need in a very small dose. Okay, I was fighting real hard to get back up there, and then we fell right back down. As much as I like to believe that I will be making more progress, it would appear that I ain't going nowhere. Up through the tower. I don't know who lives here. I'm supposed to be a king. How do we not have more resources? If we're that's what leads me to believe that I don't think this smoking hot babe is our queen. I think she's just some random smoking hot babe. I think that Jump King... This is my headcanon for the plot of Jump King, right? I think Jump King... king of a small jumping nation on another landmass, probably. Jump King gets word that a smoking hot babe has been kidnapped and brought to the top of a very precarious tower. Now, Jump King wants the smoking hot babe, but it's unbecoming of a king to go on such a journey simply for some puss. And so, because of this, be able to try and avoid shame on his nation, Jump King has taken this quest on completely by himself. The media outlets don't even know that this is going on right now. He has gone on it. He took his best set of armor, and he took his best set of jump and boots, and he just went. And that his goal is to get the smoking hot babe. I don't even think he's thought out what he's gonna do when he gets to the top. Probably something slightly problematic. And that's why there are no cameras around. But plot twist, the ravens, or the crows, whatever bird you'd like to associate with them, they're surveillance drones. They have cameras in the eyeballs, and they're actually capturing all of this, and that's why it is a side objective to touch the crows, and Jump King knows this, because he's trying to shoo them away. He's saying, "Shoo, crows, get away from me. You can't see the horrid affair that I'm about to partake in," and the crows are trying to get it on the news. That's pretty much the plot of Jump King, to my understanding. And I'd like to see anybody prove me wrong. Can you tell that I've lost my mind slightly? I think one of the most fucked up parts, too, is that, like, pretty much all of, if not most of the new, like, you know, viewers that came into the stream today, the chatters that came to hang out, all of them showed up after I had gotten hit with my fall from grace. So none of them even got to see the farthest point that I made it. Nobody knows. That was a crazy fall. Nobody knows the depths, the heights in which I've reached in my skill, except for me. And anybody who, for some reason, decides to watch this VOD, if they're just interested in seeing me slowly unravel as a human being. It's a secret that I'll take to the grave. And if we played this game for another stream, which it looks like we're going to, it might be an early one. It's a rough fall. That path particular, it's a rough fall. The ones that I do over and over again, unsurprisingly, tend to be the biggest blows to the old ego. I don't even really have much of an ego, especially not. I think you could probably put together an hour-long compilation of me addressing chat and letting you guys know that I am not good at these video games. I'm very open and upfront about it. I am here simply to display the indomitable human spirit. To show you that if you're willing to part with just most of your basic motor functions and thoughts and dreams and nightmares, even you could be somewhat decent at Jump King. And that's really all that any of us are going for in this life. In this crazy little thing called life. I really hated saying that. That felt so millennial. No offense to millennials. You're not evil, but you are kind of cringe. But unfortunately, we're living in a world nowadays, especially in America, where not being evil, as low a bar as that is a phenomenal starting spot. That's usually the first thing that I have to figure out when I'm meeting somebody new. Back up to Bargainsburg. Watch me fumble. Okay, not yet. It's close. I almost called my shot. If I could end today's stream past this little tower section, I would feel really good about that. If in the next, 10 minutes I could get past the tower, I would feel awesome. That would be a great stopping point for the stream. I think the only thing... Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, we're not stopping the stream any lower than Bargainsburg. I'm not going to guarantee how far above Bargainsburg I'll get, but I will not stop this stream if I am in any lower than Bargainsburg. That's a safe bet to make. I can do good on that promise. And I can do good on that promise because, we got 5 minutes left. If this was earlier in the stream, that would be a pretty crazy ask to make, but we're good. We're good. Look at that. Look at that. We might even end the stream past the tower like I initially thought before I cowardly backed out instead of moved the goalpost back. I'm nothing if not authentic. Oh, Wow, come on. Come on. Just give it to me. I'm already there. Don't be a dick. Oh. Okay, maybe the tower. Maybe I was right to back off on that tower promise. Remember Bloons tower defense? I wonder if they still make those. Probably. And they're probably like a weird 3D art style that feels a little uncanny valley. I don't know if that's true. That's my guess. Because that's what most of the beloved games from my childhood seem to end up as. See, I was just baiting before. Of course I'm going to end past the tower, guys. Come on. I baited you. I got you. I knew that I was going to get past the entire... I was not even worried a little bit. It's crazy to even think that I was. Okay, I surely can't make the same mistake twice. Oh, fuck it, I'm going for the bird. And what a beautiful opportunity to end the stream. I'm gonna get that bird, I will. Wait, inventory? Oh, for the cosmetics. Okay, I thought I was about to discover a crazy new section of this game. Alright, so... last time we played this game, we ended stream with Bargenberg, the tower specifically being the furthest point that we were able to make it. This stream, we got one section, one singular section, I believe, higher than that. I don't know how that spells for our future. Slightly ominous, but sunk cost fallacy. We are gonna beat this game. I cannot guarantee you how many jumps, falls, or hours of my life it's going to take, but we're gonna get there eventually. All right. For pride. I don't know what those two have connected, but I'm going to figure it out before we're done playing this game. That's where we're going to end off today. Thank you, anybody who pulled up either to lurk or anybody in the chat. We had some first-time chatters today, which is always awesome to see. I really appreciate the support. I hope that I could provide some semblance of entertainment through my horrific displays of platforming gameplay for you. If you enjoyed the stream, I would massively appreciate a follow. It also will notify you whenever we're going to go live. Additionally, my socials are below. I post on my Instagram story right before I go live every single time, so you can see what's going on, where we're going, when we're going, how we're going. So any of those various notification bells would be super appreciated if you enjoyed the stream and you want to see more of it. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your night or your afternoon or your morning, wherever you are in the world right now. And I will hopefully see you guys back here for another stream this Thursday night. Have a good one, y'all. I'm going to go try and recover from all of this. See you later. Peace.